She did tell me about a pot-bellied pig, but no, I did not know the pig was living at the house.
And the pig came running in the house after me. I jumped on their kitchen counter because I didn't want the pig to touch me.
I wasn't aware the pig was even in the house.
She did sleep with us.
She sleeps on the bed. She used to jump up and sleep on the bed.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? I know you've all been sworn. I have read your complaint, ma'am. You're suing for breach of a lease you had with the defendants?
And part of it, yes.
Part of it, okay. Was it a written lease?
No, it wasn't. It was an oral one.
Oral?
Yes.
Where did it first take place?
I was renting from an apartment, and then when I went into the place where I rented, I was talking to the woman there that I knew about putting my house up for rent. And at that time, Kelly was her secretary, and she heard that I had a house up for rent, and so we started talking about renting it to her.
How much was the rent?
$700 a month.
Is the rent paid up to date?
No, it is not.
How much was not paid?
The last 2 months of rent was not paid.
Is that correct?
No, it's not.
You paid the last 2 months?
It's all paid in full, and we moved out as agreed.
No, it took 4 months to move out.
Well,
I asked her in January, and she didn't move out till the end. I asked her in January to move out, and she did not move out until the end of April.
When did you move out?
It was the end of March, the first part of April, and it was February when I took her the rent.
Cash or check?
Cash. I've paid her cash for 3 years.
Did you get a receipt?
Nope.
Never
Never
once was
have
there a
received
receipt.
a receipt.
No, because they
It's
said
all-
they never wanted
Just a
one.
minute. You always paid in cash?
Yep.
Is that correct? They always paid in cash?
They always paid in cash, and a lot of times they were a month to 2 months, sometimes up to 3 months behind.
You never gave them receipts?
No, they said they did not wish to have a receipt. They only wanted the receipt the very first time so they could show it to welfare, showing that they were paying rent and the full amount. Other than that, they did not want a receipt.
No.
You didn't
Because
want
it was
receipts?
optional to me.
It was just a verbal agreement, and
Right.
it was always
Why
paid.
didn't you ask for a receipt?
I never thought it was necessary.
Oh,
Until now.
until now.
Until now.
You better the rest of your life learn to get receipts, because that's the thing that causes most problems.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have a written agreement with respect to the lease.
No. There was no deposits. There was
What is
nothing.
this creature here before me? Now, what do you call this?
A pot-bellied pig.
Pot-bellied pig.
Pot-bellied pig.
Okay. You had that in the house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's
Were you
potty.
allowed to have it?
No.
You
Your
told her
Honor,
you were having a pot-bellied
No,
pig?
Your Honor, at the time of they were going to rent the house, they told me that they had dogs and cats, if that was all right. And I said I didn't have a problem with the dogs. I had a big backyard and a back washroom if they needed to go in. The pig was never mentioned in it. She did not have it at the time of renting the house. I did not even know. I wasn't aware the pig was even in the house until when I asked them to move out. It was because I was tired of trying to collect rent all the time, constantly late. I had my friend back here, Tammy, and her boyfriend. The three of us were going to move in together in the house because I couldn't afford it on my own.
What do you know? What do you know about whether they were allowed to have a pig in the house?
I never knew there was one in there until I went over to the house with her, and the pig came running in the house after me. I jumped on their kitchen counter because I didn't want the pig to touch me. And then he insists on telling me that he slept with the pig, and I lost it. I had to leave.
Right?
Not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Now wait a minute. Not like you think.
Well, I don't mean, we're not talking
You
about
told me
sex.
that pig slept right
We're not
between
talking
your
about
legs.
sex. We're just
Well,
talking about
she did.
being in the same bed.
Yeah,
She
she
did
sleeps
sleep
on
with
the
us.
bed. She used to jump up and sleep on the bed.
Right.
Under
Until she
the
got to
covers?
bed.
Under the covers between my legs.
Okay.
But we also have problems
Not
with all
my
the animals.
taste, but it's okay. I guess if you like it.
Well, it also had problems. It was brand new carpeting. It was a brand new house when they moved in. I had a previous house fire. It was completely remodeled, rebuilt when they moved in. They moved into a brand new house. The carpet is completely destroyed from the pet odors and the stains. Impossible to get out.
Well,
It
Was
has
the
been
carpet new when you
professionally
moved in?
cleaned.
yes.
What was it like when you moved out?
It was in good shape. I have a steam cleaner, and I always took care of the house like I was supposed
Do you have pictures of the...
I don't have anything. I had
don't
no
have-
idea
Did
this
you
was
take
going
pictures?
on.
I don't believe the pictures turned out of the carpeting. I do have pictures of a back bedroom that was destroyed. The same day that I went over there.
No pictures of the carpeting?
I have some, but none that turned out to show the
Did
stain
you see
odor.
ma'am, did you see the carpeting?
Yes, I did.
I do have a
I
letter.
was it?
had,
Wait
after
a-
they moved out, I had went to the house with her, and there were stains, odor. I mean, it smelled like a pig. when you
Carpeting
walked
was
in.
stained?
Yeah.
Like a pig.
And one of the room that she's going to show you, they had literally tore the carpet out.
We did tear the carpet out.
And-
Cindy did tell us that we could. She told me she could in October.
Why did you tear it out?
Well, she told me about the hardwood floors underneath, and at one time she had agreed to sell the house, and we wanted to buy it. And she told me that there was hardwood floors under there,
How can you
and
buy it
two
when you
of the
have to rent?
rooms were, she thought was ruined because of her sister. So I tore out the middle
Let
room,
me
which
see
she
the
said was
pictures,
good.
please.
And I wouldn't have torn out carpet
The
if it wasn't
different
okay.
pictures here is a mixture
Did
between
you
the
tell her
bed.
it was okay to tear out the carpet?
No. I did
Out
tell
in
her
the front
that there
yard in
were hardwood
October.
floors on there, under the floor, and there
She
was
said they
hardwood
were
floors.
beautiful.
Here's a couple of letters also referring to the carpet.
Did you have to buy new carpet?
Yes, I did.
Do you have the...
I don't have the receipt because it's in the estimate. I can show them
Oh,
that.
gosh, why is it...
the-
And you also,
Because-
Your Honor, the
because it
estimates that
hasn't
she
been
has are her
completely
ex-
paid.
are her ex-husband.
And the person is currently living in the house.
The one currently living in the house, yes, that is his estimate there.
Ma'am, an estimate, it doesn't mean
But
that
the-
much.
because it
Do you have...
hasn't-
Wait a minute. Did you actually pay for new carpeting?
Not as of yet. I am still in the process that I will owe him.
How
I
much
have-
did you pay for the old carpeting?
It came
She didn't,
through
it
an
was with the
insurance.
insurance company.
It
Yeah.
came through an insurance job. I had a house fire, which was
Couple.
part of my replacement. So the whole entire
How much
house
did
was
the
recarpeted.
old carpeting cost? Whether
I-
you paid it or not?
I
What-
couldn't give you a dollar amount. I don't know. It went through my insurance company, and it was all part of the house settlement.
You don't have those records with you?
No.
People come into court and they think, well, gee whiz, all I have to do is tell the judge that's what happened and that's all I need to do. No proof.
I don't have a breakdown cost of all the repairs to the house.
You don't?
No.
Isn't that what you're suing for? Plus the rent?
I'm only suing for the portion of the house that was torn up when they moved out, and that is one bedroom and the carpeting in the house.
And that amounts to how much?
There's a total amount there because there's holes in the walls. I believe it came to 31.
Did
I
you
don't have
pay,
the cents.
did you pay for the fixing the holes in the wall?
I am going to. He has not
Do you have
completed all
estimates
the
for
repair.
that?
Yes, I do. It's right there in front of you.
This here?
Those are the letters. The estimate is the one piece of paper there. It shows the estimate of the holes in the walls and the damages to the bedroom, the carpeting, the cleaning,
Who made this
everything.
estimate?
Aaron Whaley. He is a construction worker. He does also currently rent the house.
She
And-
said, they said something about he was your husband.
Raymond, the one
No.
signed by Raymond is her ex-husband.
The other form.
The other form, Raymond, before he has the job he does now, he's been doing carpet work all of his life. He came over to restretch the carpet after they moved out, and that's why he could tell you what the carpet looked like. It is for his profession, and he did write it down.
But being an ex-husband, I mean, come on.
Did you know anything about the pig being in the house?
When I took Dan and Tammy over there to show them the house,
You knew about
they
it when she
found
was
it.
3 weeks
wait a
old.
minute, ma'am. Please.
She did tell me about a pot-bellied pig, but no, I did not know the pig was living at the house, and
What did she
especially
tell you
in the
about the
house.
pot-bellied pig?
She just says, look at this pot-bellied pig here. And
Did you
that
ask
was
her whether or not?
basically
Did you ask her whether or not the pig was going to be in the house?
No, I did not ask her if it was going
Didn't
to be in
even
the
occur
house.
to you to ask her that?
I didn't know it was her pig. I thought she was
Did
just
you ask
showing
her
me
if
this
it was
pig.
her pig?
No.
What did you tell her about the pig?
I brought the pig home when she was 3 weeks old in
I
November.
said, what did you tell her about the pig?
In November, she came over to collect the rent, and the pig was there, and I told her it was a gift. And she's been there ever since. She's 3 years old. I've had her since she was 3 weeks. She was in the house for 2.5 years, and Cindy knew it.
No, I did
And
not
she was
know
Did you
potty
do
was in
anything to the
house.
carpet?
She was potty trained.
She's potty trained. She goes to doors. She opens doors.
She also goes in closets,
Where
and
does
she
she
goes in
go
the corner of the
potty?
bedroom.
She goes around. She would go around to the side of the house, as far away as she can.
How long did it take you to train her?
A week. She was in a little kennel with a cat box.
Take a short recess. I'll come back and give you my decision.
Allowed their dog to urinate around every single edge of the room.
No matter what we did, she would not be happy.
satisfied.
So we figured we'd let her take care of it.
I specifically asked him if they had ever seen any mice because I am terrified of mice.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
The plaintiff brought this lawsuit, and therefore the plaintiff has the burden of proving by a preponderance of the evidence. That means you balance the scale, you just barely tip the scale in your favor. You have to prove that as to all issues. The first issue is the rent. Well, what do we have? $700 a month rent. You claim that they moved out a month after she says, and her husband says they moved out. I asked if they had receipts. No, we always pay by cash. We never get receipts. I asked you if you ever gave receipts. No. Do you have a ledger indicating payments, what they owe? No. You've given me no proof whatsoever except your word, which I'm not going to doubt, but their word is as good as your word. So insofar as the rent is concerned, I can't give you anything. Now we have damage to the property. Just because you have dogs and cats and a pot-bellied pig, which I'm told by someone who seems to know that a pot-bellied pig is easier to train than a dog. Mm-hmm. You said it was potty trained in a week. Well, that's wonderful. But again, your proof, you haven't repaired anything, you haven't bought anything new, you've got an estimate. It's some idea of what it's worth. The amount that you're asking, or the estimate, is $1,732.37. I'm trying to be equitable here and trying to balance these two things. The fact that she had this work that has to be done and you have to take care of the place. On the other hand, how much damage was really done by your pets? What I've done is just taken that and cut it in half. Judgment is for the plaintiff for $866.18.
The way I look at you, live and learn. I'm doing things differently now with this new renter. I have a signed lease agreement and receipts for everything and anything.
When we first got her, pigs aren't known for jumping, so she started jumping on the bed, and then she'd crawl underneath the covers, and then crawl in between my legs, and drop down and fall asleep. She was a family pet. I mean,
Right.
A pig in
Yes.
your bed, between
Yes.
your legs.
The Animal Court is now in session. The Honorable Joseph A. Wapner, Judge presiding.
I know you've all been sworn. I have read your complaint, ma'am. You bought a house from the defendants and you claimed that there were some things they did not disclose.
Right.
When did you buy the house?
When?
Yes, the date.
The date was, I'm sorry, I didn't bring that with me. I think it was June.
What year was it?
Closed. It was 1998. It closed on July 19th.
So you opened escrow how many days before that?
About 45.
Did you inspect the premises before you bought it?
Yes, I did.
By yourself?
I had a whole house inspector.
You paid an inspector to do it?
Yes.
Did you get a written report?
Yes, I did. It's right here.
Thank you.
You got this report before you closed escrow, did you not?
Yes, I did.
You've underlined something?
Yes.
Much of the insulation is compacted with trails and tunnels suggesting animal life. Perhaps rodents have at one time taken up residence in the attic area. We were unable to determine if animal life still resides in the attic. Did you call this to the attention of the defendants?
On that day, sir, that the inspection was done, Mr. Kane was there, and I specifically asked him if they had ever seen any mice because I am terrified of mice. And he assured me that they had never, ever seen any mice, that there had never, ever, ever been a problem.
The only thing she'd asked me is about the field behind us, because there's a 15-acre farmland behind us that's farmed by a farmer, and it backs up to all the houses in that neighborhood. And
Had you ever seen rodents on your property?
Well, when the cats brought them in, yeah. The cats would catch the field mice.
The cats would bring us
Sir,
gifts.
this is evidence, and that's only some of it.
From the field over the
That is
fence, and they
not
drop
from
them
the
on there.
field.
Ma'am, after you got this report, you did nothing about it.
Yes, I did.
What did you do?
I said to my real estate agent, I said, I want a rodent inspection.
And your real estate agent told you
And
what?
he went back to them and said they refused to pay for it because they have never, ever seen any mice. There's no reason for it.
We were never
Wait,
asked.
So,
irrespective of that, you went through with the escrow.
yes, I did.
All right.
I took their word for
Wait a
it.
minute. What damage have you suffered as a result of this, ma'am?
Well, first of all, cleaning it up, it's awful.
Where did you find it?
Under the kitchen sink, under the laundry room sink. The smell is awful. I've had to have pest control people out.
How much have you spent for that?
It's been about $51 just for that.
Okay. What other complaints do you have about the property?
My other complaint is about the carpet, sir. I was not told the truth about the carpet.
What were you told about the carpets?
I wasn't told anything. I looked at it, and yes, I saw it. I didn't see any problems. When I got in the house, I planned on taking all the wallpaper off, so I started doing that, and I noticed a terrible, terrible odor, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I started pulling up the carpet, and this is what I discovered, that they had allowed their dog to urinate around every single edge of the room, including the closets. They had so much carpet deodorizer on there that's why I didn't smell anything when I bought the house.
Is there anything in this report about the carpet?
Yeah, no, nothing in there because you don't normally pull up carpet in a whole house inspection.
Exactly.
Who told you that?
I've never seen it done.
How many houses have you bought?
7.
Okay.
And what we ended up having to do is I ended up having to buy a special chemical and pulling up all the carpet, all the pad, which I was planning on reusing when I recarpeted.
When you went through the house and made the inspection with the inspector, did you see any animals in the house?
Never in the house. It was always taken outside because it
Did you
barked.
see animals outside?
I saw the kids take a dog for a walk, and they asked me one time if they could put it in the garage.
Did you ever ask the defendants if they had any animals?
I don't recall, sir, asking if they had animals.
Did
He
you
did
have
share that
animals?
he had a cat.
Yes, and we had posted on our garage door not to go out in the garage without us because
What kind of animals did you have?
she was a Labrador Chow mix, so she is temperamental.
Is that the only animal you had?
No, we had cats and cat dishes on our counter at all times. We never removed the cat food, so we had cats as well.
How many cats?
2 cats and a third one that adopted us that came and went.
So you had 3 cats.
Kind of, 2.5. 2 that we owned, 1 that was trying to adopt us.
I've never heard of a half cat.
He wasn't legally ours.
And, Your Honor, as far as the urine around the corners, as she says, it's a female dog. It's not a male dog.
What did you bring me here, these little things?
Well, just an example, the mice here, the one's just a regular store-bought, and the other ones that I caught out in the field that they're behind
When
the
did
house.
you catch them?
2 days ago, the one in a trap.
That's not what I saw.
What did you see?
They were bigger. One ran across my foot.
Okay. Anything else either of you have to offer me?
With the whole house inspection, they gave us a list of things that needed to be repaired, and legally, I was under the impression that the only things that we had to fix were safety issues, but because of her complaints, we fixed everything that was on the list up to the point of a rain
see it.
gutter.
Which was not
The
fixed.
rain gutter wasn't fixed because we
Neither
gave
was the
her,
sink.
we credited her $200 in escrow to cover it because it was fix us or give us $200 and we'll call it a quit. And that's what we did because we knew no matter what we did, she would not
Not
be
be
happy.
satisfied.
So we figured we'd let her take care of it with the $200.
We'll take a short recess. I'll come back, give you a decision.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
said you smelled inordinate amount of deodorant, which you think that the defendants sprayed in order to cover up the smell of the urine and the carpet pad underneath the carpet. First of all, they don't impress me as the kind of people who would stoop that low to do it. But be that as it may, you did hire an inspector. You paid him, I think, $325 to make the inspection and made a very fine and thorough report. And one of the things that you complain about and that he points out in his report is what I read out loud, that he found the possibility of rodents, I think in the attic. And you read that, you saw it, and nevertheless you went through with the purchase. Two things. One, the house, behind the house, there's an extension of fields. And I think it's almost common knowledge that in those fields there might be rodents. Secondly, what you did do was to go to your agent and say, look, I have this report about rodents and I want a further inspection. And the agent went to the defendants and they said, we don't know anything about rodents, we haven't seen any. It's quite possible they didn't. It's possible they did, but there's no proof that they did and that they withheld it from you. I know that many people are afraid of rodents. Plus the fact that you told me you volunteered, you bought 7 homes. And so you're pretty savvy about what you're buying, but I would say that you're a little bit picky. You're entitled to have your rights, and certainly you do go after them, and I respect you for doing that. I think you should enjoy your home and go back, and I hope the rodents are gone. I'm sure that they're not fun to be around. You can go and get rid of yours, but don't put them in that field behind her house, please. Judgment is for the defendants.
Thank you.
I am totally terrified of mice, and I just nearly died. What happened? He just ran across my foot. I screamed bloody murder. I probably ran the 100-yard dash in 2 seconds.
Maybe she has pets and has food in the house. It draws the mice to her. I don't know. I don't live there any longer. I don't know what problems she brings to the home.
This was carpet that they put in, not something that was there when they bought the house. So all this damage to the carpet, including the urine in the closets, had to have been done while they lived there, by them, not by somebody else. It was their carpet that they put in.
I've never seen any of my animals in my closet, so I don't know where this comes from. I didn't see any evidence of it. I don't know what to tell her.